So you want to participate in a private placement program. You've talked to a bunch of joker brokers. You've asked them, how many clients do you talk to in a year? And show me your books, how many clients actually make it. And then you discover that a lot of these joker brokers cannot even get one file through successfully. In this video, I'm going to share with you the biggest mistake clients do and what you can do differently to get into a private placement program successfully. You've got to watch this video. Hey, I'm Taimour Zaman from AI. My organization helps corporations participate in private placement programs that are secure, that we know it pays off. We are also world-class leader in monetizing various banking instruments, standby letters of credit, document letters of credit, bank guarantees, IBOEs, so on, as well as help clients and work with their banks to access non-recourse and recourse loans around the world. So a common question I get from some of our clients is, Taimour, we've talked to a lot of different people that can help us participate in a private placement program. Unfortunately, all of them or most of them look like they're fraudulent. We like to try you out. We like to kind of figure out what this is all about. Can you tell me what are the biggest mistakes that clients make? I'm going to say there's two of 200 or take like 99.9% of the biggest mistakes. One is source of funds. The client is not the owner of the source of funds and they want to participate in a private placement program. Some client meets some rich dude, some client that has drank the Kool-Aid on private placement program, looks for a rich dude, finds a rich dude, tells the rich dude about some story. I don't know what the story is. Every time it's a different story. They have a company, a corporation, I'll give you 40% equity if you give up me so much money, or give me $100 million SBLC to, hey, I want to buy a business, can you give me money? But long story short, some entrepreneur who meets a rich dude and they want to get their money in, and eventually they convince the rich dude. They go through hurdle number one, which is a big hurdle, which is give me a small amount of credit or some cash. Probably 90% of entrepreneurs get stuck into hurdle number one, but the few that do jump over and get the money, what they do is they say, okay, I now have, let's say, in a line of credit, the private placement platforms that we know, we trust, we have access to, the minimum entry point is $6 million cash, and it goes up to obviously large cap programs. The biggest hurdle that I find in these entrepreneurs is they're not the source of the money. That's part one. They don't understand that any authentic and real platform will look into the source of the money 5 levels deep. So not the entrepreneur, but whether the entrepreneur get the money, and whether that person get the money, and whether that person get the money, whether that get percent to the money, like they go to the source of it. And the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs do is they don't know how to, I don't want to say, they don't know how to have the money, get the money, so they can legally, ethically show that this is my money, like that. The second challenge I find entrepreneurs do is that they're stuck in past stories, or if I'm going to go in a private placement program, it has to be HSBC or Barclays or something like that, and that's the farthest things from the truth. There's a lot of new players. There's a lot of new players on the block that are proven, that are legitimate banks. They're legitimate banks. They don't have the name HSBC or Barclays on top of it. I didn't say don't trust those banks, don't go to those banks, but there are lots of new players on the block that are doing some really fancy, cool things that, at least from the things that I'm seeing and hearing, I like. I don't advertise about these programs. I don't talk about the rates of returns for obvious reasons, but it's a common question that I guess, Taimour, what are the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs do when they go into private placement programs? And the two common ones are, A, they don't know how to take the investors' money and show that as if it's their source of funds correctly. They don't do that correctly, and there's lots of ways we can help in that. And the second thing they don't know how to do correctly is that, or not, they don't know how to do correctly, they've got this illusion that they only have to go to the top tier banks to participate in private placement programs. And the fact is that there are lots of other banks that are cash rich and have credit facilities, and they are participating and doing the exact private placement programs. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like it, share it, subscribe to our channel, and I look forward to the opportunity of working with you. Thank you.
We're just really thankful to even just come across lineofcredit.ai. And Taimour, thank you for giving us ideas as far as what we need to do to get our business acquisitions off the ground, the route that we need to take in negotiating. That way we can hit the ground running. So we definitely appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. Will, do you see a new pathway for making money that you didn't see before the call?
And again, I mimic Chinese answer to be able to spend this time with you, and it's like we were a movie star, but at the same time to be able to sort through this, like hear us say it, but then you can kind of pick stuff out of it by certain things that we said. And then source money that we wasn't even thinking about, or a solution, and now we can go back to the seller and pull money, or let them see it in a way that's really someone who might be risk adverse, and then say, no, this is actually something good, and then we can try that, and then come back, and then actually build a long-term relationship with you and actually help others. So we're very excited with this and working with you and the Rich Uncle platform, and exploring some other financial vehicles as you talk about in your video. So this is going to be exciting.
Okay, so Richard, who are you and what have you got out of working with me, either on this call or on the materials I provided?
My name is Richard Kane, and I'm working on raising capital for projects throughout Africa, humanitarian infrastructure projects, and some renewable energy projects. So I was just recently introduced to the concept of private placement programs, and I'm far from being an expert. So thanks to Taimour, I've been guided along that path, and I now understand the process much better. Thanks for that. And also I'm now familiar with the different routes I can take in moving forward, and also the work I have to do before I can move forward. So I'm really grateful for the time you've spent with me and guiding me in this way, and hopefully we'll speak again soon. Thank you.
Awesome.